Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of another Anime Club podcast. Let me move that mic. And today it is almost Halloween. We've got a ton of news, apparently.
I have a ton of
and
news.
That'll be fun. I have some news. I don't know. A lot happened since the last time.
Yes.
But you just had to go and it fucking explode, I guess.
I apologize for anyone who's been looking forward to it. We wanted to record this episode a lot earlier, but I caught a disease called hand, mouth, foot. People keep calling you different things, like they change the order. Like, I don't care. It gets the same point across. Where horrible lesions just appear in those three areas, and it sucked, and I just did not want to record anything. But I am almost 100% fully recovered, just some stuff here and there, but I'm good to record again.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully.
But enough of that disgusting, freaky shit.
Alright, thanks.
Let's get on to the serious business right now, which is read Love Bullet.
Read it now.
Read it now.
You sitting in your lawn chair in your room, read it now.
It's literally 7 chapters. It takes like 30 minutes. It's literally only one volume.
If you could buy the volume, buy it now.
I will probably buy the volume next paycheck.
Exactly. I'll send you money to buy me one as well, because I still can't figure out how to buy it. I'm just dumb.
I'll figure it out. Other than that, yeah, that's good. And you watched Transformers 1?
Yeah, it is probably one of my favorite movies now. That movie was really good.
Weirdly good.
No advertisement. Just none.
No advertisement.
None whatsoever.
I don't know. There are some parts where it's just I'm like, this isn't a kid's movie.
It really is not. For certain scenes,
there's one or two kiddie jokes or kiddie writing.
Yeah.
But, I'm like, no, this is a pretty adult Thank you, Drag Racer.
Random car. Thanks a lot.
This is speaking of Transformer, yeah.
Perfect. That's a Transformer that went by.
Mm-hmm. But no, genuinely, probably one of the best Transformers media that we've had in a while, which is very funny.
Yeah, it never played anything for a joke, really. There were some jokes, but it wasn't trying to be a comedy or anything. It was very serious to its story and its theming the whole way through. And I'm not the biggest Transformers fan. Maybe we have a viewer who absolutely loves Transformers.
Yeah, me. Me.
Well, you're recording the episode. You're not just a viewer.
I mean, I view the episode later when I edit it a million times in a row.
Fair enough. But, even for someone like me who just doesn't know much about Transformers, this movie makes it very digestible. It just explains, anything in, a pretty, simple manner without, babying it down and just making it, kind of, in a very dumb layman's term. It's really good.
No, yeah. Which is so funny. Considering you don't really it's weird. It's one of the few pieces of Transformers media where it's yeah, you don't really need to know anything about Transformers. Well, because it's technically an origin story.
Yeah.
And there's that to it. But this was like, I guess, a reboot sort of in the works of just being like them pushing Transformers again. Oops. Them pushing Transformers again, which is very nice to see. Like, starting off quick at 6:20. Okay. Other than that, what the fuck was I gonna say? Hold on. But yeah, no, Transformers 1, genuinely a really good movie. Weirdly adult. Literally whoever was in charge of advertising it,
Yeah,
like,
horrible
they
job.
need to be fired.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what it is? I feel like the majority of their advertisement budget went towards toys.
Probably.
Because
Yeah, that sounds
why
about
am I
right.
seeing like 4 different Transformers 1 toy lines, but like I don't see anything about that movie being advertised. I mean, the movie's out of theaters now, I'm pretty sure.
The more I see
Like,
more from like just social media of people talking about it than anything
yeah,
like this the like company did.
like literally the most I've seen about Transformers is a bunch of fucking, like, because I follow a bunch of yaoi accounts, and a bunch of like yaoi for Joshis
Oh,
are just loving the shit out of that and being like, they're like, Transformers is gay, and I'm like, yeah,
it's the gayest thing.
it's been gay.
Look,
It's gay as fuck.
look. I'll just say this. I'll say this. This isn't a spoiler because it's just a song related to the movie. Biggest sin of the movie. They didn't play the touch at all in the movie. That would have been awesome. Like they played in the 1986 movie. That would have been awesome, dog.
Just randomly,
Just
you think they
at
could have,
some point in the movie. Come on, just throw it in there somewhere. Put in the end credit. Put it somewhere.
where could they have snuck in the touch? Mm,
The fight
they
with
could have,
the fight at the end.
no,
Come on, just
that
throw it in there.
no,
No, just throw it in there.
no,
Or
that like gets rid of a lot of the weight of the fight.
play it at
Even
the. All right, this is an actual spoiler moment. So, if you want spoiler, cover your ear. When he's given the thing of leadership, just play it there.
that's literally the
Yeah,
end.
just play right there.
No,
Yeah, like when all the like the stupid little energies flowing back into the planet, just play it then.
no. There's like a million other places you could do it. Like when they have their first fight, like their first fight with the enemies, or like when like they're in the camp fighting. That
Just
works
throw it
too.
somewhere. Come on.
No, you can put it in the camp, because the camp is quick and pretty good, and there's a lot of good, like, there's the worst kill in that entire scene.
Oh, that kill was so brutal.
It's needlessly brutal, which is,
Needlessly.
it makes you forget, oh yeah, you can be as brutal as you want in a children's show as long as they're robots. I completely forgot that rule exists.
As long as the blood isn't red, you can do whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
uh but yeah, so that's fun. No, genuinely. But also, yeah, read Love Bullet. I'm not gonna talk anything about it. Just read Love Bullet.
What? We get
Because
to talk about Transformer One,
Love Bullet.
but
There's
we
a
don't.
difference. Love Bullet is 7 fucking chapters.
You can at least talk about what you liked about it. Come on.
I loved how fucking mean it is to the main character.
Yeah,
I love how fucking like fuck you it is to the main character. That like hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It like made me ache.
It was such a sad little thing.
And
God.
yeah, and I felt like it introduced the people pretty well.
Yeah.
Like the other cast members pretty well.
I'd say like, because there's like chapter 0 where it's more like an introduction to like everything in the world, and then like it's kind of like the first like story arc. Just one of them just doesn't show up in that story arc.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, to be fair, we don't know much about her yet, which is fair. And, you know, I'm sure we'll get her soon.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I just found it funny that she doesn't even show up in it. All like 3 of the other 4 do, just not her.
Yeah, why not?
I also like how much they use pigeons in this manga, because they actually have relevance.
They have relevance, which is cute.
We get to see more pigeon moments.
More pigeon moments.
Representation in anime. Remember, everyone, pigeons were domesticated by humans, and we abandoned them.
Yeah, I should own a couple pigeons.
You probably could, actually.
I probably could.
You like actually have like the space, and like your family might not kill you if you get pigeons versus mine will.
No, mine would. What are you talking about? We don't have space.
All right, we put a ladder leading up to your roof.
You have more space. Also, we don't have a roof.
Shh, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
Whatever. No, yeah. But overall, yeah. Watch / read / go out and buy fucking all that shit.
Do it now. Support these, because if we don't, we might just never get anything like it, and we might never get something like Transformers 1 again. We might never get something like Love Bullet again, which, if I could find the article, where did I put it? I lost it already. I had a Love... Oh, it's the first tab. The author of Love Bullet put out a statement that now Volume 1 is in reprint again, and they're very thankful to everyone who bought it, like the overseas fans and everybody in Japan. It's still not translated yet, but if you did want to buy it to support, it is out there again. And pretty much every major seller, I saw it on like Amazon JP, I saw it on like, I think it was like CD Japan. It's out there again, which is good. And, you know, hopefully, just hopefully, all this was enough to get it continued. I really hope it continues. Who else can I make read this?
It's only $5?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's fucking nothing. I'm gonna buy like 6 of them.
Can I have one? Come on, test me one. Come on, I bought you a Red Bull today.
That's no, that's actually
that's like
crazy.
That's like half the cost.
That's like no, that is half the cost. Fuck no, dude, I'll fucking buy you like 7 of these.
Oh, let's go! I get my Love Bullet stack.
Okay, the majority of it is shipping.
Yeah, it's coming from Japan. Alright, you have any other stories you want to bring up?
What else? Oh, we're getting a sequel to Lane, I guess. I never watched the original, but we are getting a sequel to that, I guess.
Experiment Lane?
Experiment Lane. I guess there is a sequel working, like in the works of it.
What in the hell?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. That's so strange.
Yeah, I don't know. It probably won't be able to capture the original because I noticed a lot of stuff from that era, like, kind of struggles. Um, what else? I've been watching Dragon Ball Daima. It is weirdly like high quality. Like it is like, why?
Dragon Ball Daima? What is that?
Yeah, it's a. I don't know if it's canon. It might be canon. It might not. I don't know. Dragon Ball canon like matters and then it doesn't. It's still like really good. It's like it is a Dragon Ball story. Like it's not like a silly side series. No, it's like an actual like adventure. And I'm like, huh? So I'm just like, okay, this is fucking fun. So expect like Dragon Ball news, Dragon Ball Daima like updates as like
It goes.
more and more podcasts come out.
Huh. Well, we gotta keep schedule.
That's
We
true.
gotta keep schedule.
Hey, we just got sick. It's okay.
Yeah.
We just got sick.
Just the laughing in the back.
I know.
Will we be able to get that?
No, probably.
Should we keep this part in where we're discussing whether we'll be able to cut that?
At this point, yeah, it's less work.
Well, we'll
for me.
keep that
You know
part
what?
in, but if
Any
we say cut, we cut it.
any background noise that I feel like, I'll leave that in. We'll just keep going.
All right,
Anyway, that's staying in.
that's
Anyway,
staying. Yep.
Other than that, yeah, no, that's like a weird like experience seeing that now. Other than that, I've just been watching like sad like Gooner shit.
Wait, sad Gooner
Not
shit?
sad, just like weird Gooner shit. Like I don't like. Oh, I finished. What's it called? Or caught up to. Fuck. My Dress Up Darling. I caught up to that.
All right. What do you think?
I think it's great. It's I do feel kind of like I'm just like damn, I should have waited a little bit longer because it literally ends on like a very important moment where I'm just like
Right now, yeah.
but I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. What do you? A little spoiler here for anyone about to listen. What do you think? They finally did it.
You finally
They
did it.
finally
Now-
got it out there.
now-
Finally confessed.
Yeah, now the manga's gonna start doing less well or not good at all.
Have you noticed that usually like right after in a manga
No, it
when they
always
confess
happens.
it ends. Like
No, it always
Nagatoro
happens.
that happened. Fucking, I think that's happening to Uzaki right now. There was one on like the tip of my tongue, like Hokkaido Gals is another one where that happened.
Oh, it's funny that you mentioned that. Did that really? Because I literally watched Hokkaido Gals.
Yeah, no, it's ending soon. Like they recently, finally, like, oh my god, can I tell you something?
What?
I love that series because it takes place in a part of Japan that very much interests me, Hokkaido. I don't know. Every time I see it, it just seems like a really cool place, and I want to go. And the author just puts in a lot of work of, hey,
Yeah.
look at this. This exists in Hokkaido. I'm like, oh wow, I really want to go see that. And I was following the romance plot of that, and Lord Jesus, it took too long. It took too long to get where we.
Really?
Okay. There's two girls in it that should. Oh god, it's the famous Hokkaido girl rant.
Oh no.
Okay, there's two girls in it. There's like the very like fancy girl with like pink hair,
Mm-hmm.
and there's the gamer girl.
Mm-hmm.
because of it's been so long since those chapters. I don't remember it's misunderstanding or actual just dumb like relationship stuff. He ends up like dating the pink haired girl at one point and like talking to the gamer girl at one point instead of just talking to the main girl. And that goes on for maybe like 40 chapters. It's just like 40 chapters of shit that doesn't matter. Like, it was so clear early on, hey, he very much likes the main girl. The main girl very much likes him. Mm-hmm. And then they went on this whole, like, side quest bullshit, and I really hated those chapters. And I did not read for a long time until someone was like, hey, like, they're finally, like, getting there. I'm like, huh? And I decided to read it again. I'm like, oh my god, it's actually happening. And then around the time where, like, they ended, like, the first part where, like, they're together, they go to, like, the snow festival, they announce, hey, there's only, like, 4 more chapters left. I'm like, alright, this is how it always goes. Whenever people end up in a manga together, it always goes south. Because, not because the love or anything, because the manga just ends. It's real. It's true. It sucks. I like it. It is one of my more favorite manga. It's just, God, there's so much bullshit in that.
That's funny that you mentioned that, because I literally finished watching it. And you said they meander a bit. When do they meander? Did you see the anime?
I don't remember if I finished it or not.
But, like, when do they meander with, like, the dating? Was it, like, pretty, like, early on?
I would assume it's some point after the anime, because, like, anime cover usually around, like, the first, like, 20 chapters. It's definitely not within that time.
Did she go on her trip yet?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've read, like, the beginning. Okay. I'd have to go back and, like, read. And okay. I'm very scared to. I'll be honest.
But I watched it and I'm just like, okay, this is, like, chill.
I like the opening.
It's just... Yeah,
the opening's catchy. Same guy who sang the intro for Love After World Domination, which is, like, another kind of just goofy romance I like.
Yeah, the band actually appears in the...
They appear in it?
Yeah, they appear in the 11th episode.
Oh, alright, now I need... Yeah, no,
singing the intro.
That's how I know I didn't finish the anime. Because I don't remember that. I would have been like, oh my god, Zeb.
Yeah, no.
That's like the Hex girl showing up, dog.
Yeah. They animated them doing the intro, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's neat.
That's cool. I haven't seen that since What's New Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, no. Oh, also, one thing that's really funny is Hokkaido is a very, like, snowy...
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's a northern part of Japan?
It is the northernmost province of Japan.
Okay. So, it makes more sense why they did this.
What?
So, you said the main thing is, like, Hokkaidoans have, like, an accent?
Yeah, they have an accent.
And I've been watching the English dub, because I just believe on the background.
Do they have a country accent? Do they have a country accent?
No. What? Even better.
What do they have?
Because what kind of accent would you give someone that is from the north, and the northern place is pretty snowy?
I'm thinking like Minnesota. I'm trying to remember how my friend from Minnesota talks.
A little more north.
No. Do not tell me it's Canadian.
Everyone has all the girls and all, like, the people from Hokkaido have a Canadian accent.
Oh my! I need to watch that dub now.
It is so
to watch.
Great. It's so stupid, and they had a vision, and like, they were very obviously like, "What if we just do this? Because it'd be kind of funny."
Is it at least good?
No, it's fine. I mean, all the girls kind of sound the same,
Because I was gonna say,
but
I
like,
think one of like the weirdest dubs I've ever heard is the original dub for Urusei Yatsura, like the original like 1981, because it's British.
mhm.
Like the people who acquired the dub, it was a British company,
Yeah,
so everyone just has a British accent, and it's so weird.
yeah, that's always fun. Um,
Canadian though, that's
but
something.
no, no, yeah, they're like hard ass Canadian, like, oh yeah,
Oh,
like the,
that's so good. I want to listen to this now. This sounds great.
it's genuine. Like, I literally only want a second season purely because I want an anime girl with a Canadian accent
That'd be great.
on my screen again. It's so stupid, but like you can tell they were having fun with it.
Hey, if they take it, if they like take it seriously, but they're still having fun, that's good.
Hmm. Oh yeah. Speaking of intros, uh, I'm gonna talk about an intro and an outro that's fucking dog shit, fucking ass.
Oh no, here comes the famous,
Um,
the famous rant.
uh, Kaiju number 8 is a fucking slap in the face. You have fucking One Republic make your intro and your outro, and it's fucking dog
Was
shit
the intro One
ass.
Republic?
It's One Republic. It says One Republic. I don't know if the intro is One
I
Republic.
think the intro is
The-
someone else.
but the outro
One
is One
Republic,
Republic.
yeah.
Um, who made? No, oh, so it was by Youngblood, some guy named Youngblood. Doesn't sound good in any way, shape, or form. But you have One Republic as your fucking outro, and I'm like, why? Because you want to know why? Because there's a fucking One Republic song they could have used for the fucking anime. The their secrets song, the one that goes, "This is my kingdom come."
That's Imagine Dragon.
No, 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 no. Oh wait, no. I'm thinking of yeah, I'm thinking of Imagine Dragons. What's the what's the secrets for One Republic?
I
Hold
don't
on.
know.
But like, it's it's it was just like, why did you make this like? The song's okay, but like I don't like it. But you could have just done lyrics because that's like one of their better songs. Why did you have to do like this new song? Because I feel like Secrets fits more of the beginning of Kaiju number 8 more, especially with its lyrics. Um, I don't know. It's just so bad. But Kaiju number 8's fucking great. Like, Kaiju number 8 is very much like a. We don't get that much military style anime, and Kaiju number 8 kind of feels that, but also being like sort of more important on like teamwork and stuff like that,
Yeah.
which also I feel like some anime struggles with.
You good? What happened?
No, I just burped.
Oh.
And for overall, that's yeah, that's it. Just fucking why the fuck are they I don't know. I feel like an opening and an outro like can make or break some anime, and it's just like frustrating when like something that you've read and it's good like doesn't really fit the style of what you wanted.
Yeah, no, I think it was, what was it, Domestic Girlfriend? Like, dog shit anime. Dog shit. But apparently, like, the intro is great. And if it's the one I'm thinking of, then, yeah, no, it is a great opening. Let me just make sure it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. It's Domestic Girlfriend. Domestic Girlfriend has a absolutely great opening, which I believe, if I remember correctly, unfortunately, the artist has died recently. Let me just make sure before I put something out there that is absolutely not true. I am absolutely wrong. Who was it then? I remember seeing that like a famous Japanese artist that worked on a lot of anime stuff recently died. Do you know who it is at all, or am I just insane?
The famous Japanese artist.
There was like one who passed away recently.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's like an S. I swear.
Mangaka artist passed away recently. I mean, all I know is that Toriyama died this year. That's like the main one, but like there could be a ton of other ones. Actually, now looking at it, we got a good chunk of other mangaka. I guess the Yu-Gi-Oh mangaka died.
Was that this year?
Like
I thought that was like a
60?
year or two ago. He like died
Oh, it might
trying to
have been a year
save
or
a
two ago.
little girl while she was like drowning.
What's up with mangaka and dying at like 60?
I don't know. It's just the work, I imagine.
I guess so. If it's that draining that it takes off like fucking that many years of your life.
Yeah, man.
That's
Like,
crazy.
just overwork, dude.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
It's a rough business. I can only
Yeah.
imagine the horror stories. Like, I don't know. I feel like you have to really love what you're doing in order to like
Oh yeah, no.
do that. Like, that's just not for everyone, dude.
Yeah. Like I'm drawing like a comic right now and I can get like a page done in a day and then I'm like exhausted.
Why is my entire tab frozen? Oh god. What a horrible thing.
Yeah, because that's like I'm just like oof. And spending that many years on it, I'm just like
Yeah, and
you know what? Yeah, I can see that taking a couple years off your life.
yeah. But Toriyama, he left a big impact, dog. Probably the biggest impact, like just anything pretty much like most things are like a lot of things are like inspired by him and then those things go on to inspire other things.
I think that's why they're pushing Daima so hard because it's like the one thing, it's the last thing Toriyama worked on.
Daima?
The side series for Dragon Ball, or maybe
Oh.
it's canon. It could be canon. But yeah, no, like, because I guess that's the last thing he worked on. So, like, this will be like a big, like, sort of send off goodbye for him.
That's sad.
Yeah, of course, but hey, it's really good. So like, they're very obviously like lovingly making everything. Yeah, and with Sparking Zero coming out this year, like that also was like a nice little goodbye. But I think other than that, I think that's all the stories I have, or like all the things I have talking points for me anyway.
Well,
Do you-
I'm gonna need you to
you wanna
stall
start?
because my entire window crashed.
Okay.
All
Your
the stories,
entire window
all the
crashed.
stories I had pulled up, ready to talk about, the entire just browser decided, I'm gonna stop working. Goodbye. And
Okay.
all of it's just gone. So I need to find all those articles again because I've been slacking and not putting them in the file I've been keeping track of.
Okay.
Although,
Well, so to keep you, so while that's loading, to keep you guys all distracted, uh, do you like hard video games where you have to make hard choices and push your luck 90% of the time? Do you like hang out with a pretty girl the majority of the time? Well, I have the game for you because it's the game that I've been playing on and off again because I've just been bored, and that is Dungeon with a Girl, not Dungeon Girl. It is Dungeon with a Girl. It is a hentai game where you are in a dungeon. It's RPG Maker style combat, just turn based. You make decisions, um, and the entire time you don't have to play it this way. You can still keep playing, but the way I'm choosing to play it is I'm trying to go through the entire game, uh, where nobody touches my girl party member's no square
what the
because
fuck?
she gets into a lot of situations like that,
What?
and like honestly, it's like a bit frustrating because I had to like restart like 8 times already. So yeah, it's essentially just going through a dungeon together, exploring, getting loot, coming back out, and trying to survive. There's a bunch of other mechanics, like there's a bunch of events that increase your stats, and the main way to increase her stats is to like have sex with her. Oh yeah, there's also that. If you have sex with her, depending on the areas in which you come on her or in her, it affects different stats. It's like welcome to Jay's Coomer Corner.
Jeez.
I guess Lily's Coomer Corner now.
Lily's Coomer Corner. It's here. We didn't
here.
expect it this episode.
It's queer.
I didn't expect it this episode, but
I
here.
didn't expect it this episode.
No,
but you know what?
you
It's
definitely,
something I can chill
definitely
out.
knew you would be doing this
I just have that gun cocked and ready. That's
at
it.
all times, ready to shoot.
That it's just loaded and ready to blow. Like Lily's Corner.
I knew you were gonna make that joke. Why did you have to make that joke of all the jokes?
Hey, is your fucking browser loaded up?
Yes, I'm getting the articles as we speak. So keep going a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna keep going a little bit. So yeah, essentially, you don't have to like. You can keep going after her no square gets touched. I just feel icky continuing that save file, so I have to restart it and make sure that her no square doesn't get touched unless it's consensually by me. So, it's really fun. It's really stupid. It's hard. That's probably the main reason why I like playing it. It's difficult. It's hard, and she's like, and it's also like super luck based. But it's like luck based and like stats, and you just gotta nerd it out. I don't know, but it doesn't require too much effort. Because there's another there's another game where you're with a girl in a dungeon, but it's more of a card game. But it's not like a card game for like normal card game people. It's a card game for like super fucking nerds that like are fucking dweebuses and can like min-max everything out of the shittiest cards. It sucks. I forget what that one was called because I didn't finish it because I couldn't get past like the second like boss, because I'm just like, man, my cards fucking suck. But I bet there's like some DAE nerd fucking like, actually if you do this one card combination, I'm like, fuck you, this game sucks. Like I like working for my hentai, which is weird, but if I have to fucking like super fucking nerd out math a fucking card game, like fuck off, get out of my face. Do you need more story?
Nope, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
This is the end.
That's the end of Lily's Coomer Corner. See you next time.
I didn't expect that segment. Is that gonna be a weekly segment we do?
No. Unless you want me to weekly jerk off tons of loads.
No, don't do it.
Exactly.
So, we got the continuation of a trend I don't like in anime. Breaking stuff into parts.
Oh,
Fire Force
yeah, you were talking
Season
about this.
3, Part 1 and Part 2. Part 1 coming out April 2025. Part 2 coming out January 2026. Because we needed multiple parts, I guess. I don't understand the whole part things. Ever since, as early as I can remember, Attack on Titan. Because
I don't even know if it helps animators
I don't
at all.
know either. Because like I imagine they're not just doing nothing from April 2025 to January 2026.
I think it's one of those weird things where people are like, "Oh, but like it helps like keep the hype," and I'm like,
No, it doesn't. The hype dies a bit.
"Yeah," because then you get a bunch of people being like, "Oh, well, I'll just wait anyway."
It's like, I don't. Whatever. I don't care about Fire Force. I like that it's like cellular related technically, but I don't like this trend of multiple like
No, I get
part,
it. It's
like
frustrating.
bringing the season up to parts. It's just annoying. I know one person who likes this. Toilet Bound Hanako-kun gets a season 2, which is about a spirit who's trapped in a boy's bathroom.
It's a very like I know there's a lot of like 14-year-olds really like that one.
Yeah, it's definitely like a more like younger one, and
Yeah, because I know my niece likes it.
I personally didn't like it that much. It just wasn't my thing, but
I like the art style, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Something about it meant I saw it and I'm like, this kind of isn't meant for me.
but I thought that someone out there listening might like it, and hopefully this excites them a bit. Let's see what else. Right now, PS5, those lucky bastards, they finally got a game on their system. Monster Hunter Wilds beta.
Monster Hunter Wilds beta.
A
Can't
few
wait.
more days and we'll be able to play. I can have 2 swords and shield.
Oh, the PC beta's soon?
Yeah, I think it's just a few days after, with like Xbox
perfect.
as well. It's just that
Perfect.
PS5 got it before anyone else.
Okay.
Sucks a little bit, but they've been working together for a while, so it makes sense.
Which is so funny. You'd assume like the Switch, Nintendo would get it first because that's the only thing keeping it alive now. But because Sony paid for like the Monster Hunter World stuff first. That's why.
Yeah,
that's probably
I
why
think
they
that's
have like
why.
a deal or something.
This is an anime I still need to watch because I very much like the premise. It's just my friend had no time to watch it with me. Not you, Lily, our friend Alexis. That's right, Alexis. I'm calling you out. If you're listening, I'm looking at you. I'm gonna find you, and we're gonna watch Go Go Loser Ranger, all of season 1, because season 2 is in production, set to broadcast next year. I'm gonna find you, Alexis.
I think I do need to watch that.
Yeah, because the premise reminded me a lot of The Boys, and I was very interested. It's just I wanted to watch with Alexis because Alexis is our local like Power Rangers fan and like Kamen Rider fan. I also like Kamen Rider, but not as much as him. And
Okay.
I wanted to watch it with him because this is right up his alley. He loved Love After World Domination when I showed him. I thought he'd also love this, but he hasn't seen it.
Okay.
I will get you, Alexis. Just know that. This is very funny news to me because I'm sure my grandma will bring this up to me at some point. The Vatican has unveiled their official mascot for the holy year of 2025. Luce.
Yeah, I saw that.
Italian for light. It's just a cute little like mascot for the Catholic Church, just for like the next year. And I didn't know this until I was just browsing on Twitter more. It's not just one character, it's 4. There's more than one character.
There's more than one.
Yeah,
character?
I'm gonna send it to you right now, and you can put it up on the screen if you want. There it is. There's more than one.
Oh, wow.
And I think it's pretty funny. You know, I'm not ultra religious, but I think it's funny that, you know, the Catholic Church is getting more into. They're putting their hands in every pie.
Are they like? Hold on.
You know what's very interesting to me? The people who designed it. I've seen like some like small little plushies they've made before. Like it says at the bottom left who designed it. I've seen them before, I swear.
Are they trying to do like Kiki and Lala for like Sanrio with like the boy and the girl?
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Don't quote me. Let's see. What else? I'll save that for VTuber news segment.
Oh no.
This is gonna be our next Transformer one and Love Bullet. Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. The 5th Wallace and Gromit project to get a 100% rating. This comes out this year. We're watching it. Everybody go watch it. Support Wallace and Gromit. They ran out of the clay that they use. This might be the last thing we get from them in a while. Hopefully they can figure out a new formula for their clay. Because the old people that made it, unfortunately, have shut down. Look, this channel is not just anime. It's stuff we care about. I love stop motion. I know you also love stop motion stuff.
I fucking hate stop motion.
I'm gonna kill you.
No, that's a lie.
Exactly. Stop your lying. Oh. Here's... You know, I'll save that, actually. I'll save that, because that is very shocking news to me. So, Dungeon Meshi Season 2, officially in production. We already got a teaser from Trigger. They just need to make a release date. And I really wonder how much more we're going to need until like they actually finish the series. Because the series isn't super long. It's, I think, just maybe 3 chapters short of 100 chapters.
Yeah.
Like they went pretty far in just the anime.
Yeah, the anime I would say is like a little under the halfway point.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, about. Maybe a movie to wrap it up with, if they wanted to do that. Just for like that last arc, essentially.
You could make the last part like a big spectacle movie.
I think that might work. And it might be pretty good.
It's just there's no like, I guess there is a good start for it. If they wanted to do a movie, it would have to be like, they'd have to end it on like the hardest cliffhanger, or it would have to start really awkward.
I think an awkward start would be like a weird cliffhanger. I think.
Because I feel like the next season, we're gonna get introduced to so many characters, and on the way there, we're basically at the final boss.
I know, it goes pretty quick to like that final boss is the thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, you could do like a season and then like just that final arc make it like a pretty big like movie. Is what I'm thinking.
I feel like no, because they would have to at least get some of it if they wanted to do a movie. Because I was gonna say, could you? And this isn't like a spoiler because I'll keep it vague as possible. But I feel like the only place to start the movie would be when they get to the house.
Yeah. You do like a quick little catch up.
But so much happens.
I don't know. I guess maybe like a shorter season for the last one, maybe.
A part 1 and part 2, you say?
No, just like a shorter. Like, look, you get as far as you can in like the second season, and then make like one short season to like finish off the series, or if you need like just one more season. Not part 1 and part 2. We don't need part 1, part 2. Please, no more part 1, part 2. God, I'm sick of part 1s, part 2s. Let's see. What else do I have? That's VTuber news I'm going to go into right now. We're about to get VTuber news. Oh, yes. 2 very shocking things that I did not expect to like get new stuff. Steins Gate is getting a official reboot releasing next year. I just didn't expect it. I don't think... What was even the last Steins Gate thing?
I don't know. I never watched Steins Gate. I assume it ended perfectly fine.
No, well, here's the thing.
Like,
even if it ended perfectly fine, it's a reboot.
Yeah.
It's not like a continuation. No, it's a reboot.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I need to watch the Trigun reboot.
I need to watch Trigun in general.
Trigun's good.
And here's the bigger kick to the side for me. At least me, because this is an anime I like. And, well, I like the anime, certain parts of it. I did not like the original opening for it because it was basically a clip show, but then they made a proper opening for it, and it had a weird development. And according to legal documentation filed by its production company, Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead will be getting a season 2. It was greenlit.
Wow.
I did not expect that. So for those of you that don't know, Jonathan, you're in the know. I'm calling you out because you also love this anime. Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead is a manga about a guy who works for a black company. He's overworked, just horribly, basically just wants to die. And then the zombie apocalypse happens, and all of a sudden he's freed from work and like society, and he's very happy. And it's just following his adventures in like this post-apocalyptic Japan with some other people. And I really like the manga. It's kind of just fun and silly. It's gotten some more story beats lately, but it still keeps that feeling to me of just being fun and silly. The problem is its anime had production problems. Lily, I remember asking you, do you remember what happened at all with its production? Because
I forget. It's been a while.
Well, to sum it up, at least without getting into detail, because we don't remember the details at the moment, it between episodes, I want to say 7 and just like 9, it had to take a break. A little bit for the holidays, but also production. It just stopped. And do you remember?
It wasn't getting enough views, and they lost their time slot to baseball. Or no, they weren't able to make their time slot in time.
So they lost it.
So they lost their time slot to baseball. I think it was a combination of both. They didn't make enough views, and they were like, they didn't make it. Essentially, production problems.
Because if you look at the opening for the first few episodes, there's some animation in there, like original animation, and then some parts of it are just a clip show playing clips from either the current episode or the previous episode. And I'm like, I don't like that at all. And it was weird because the outro was a fully animated outro. Like, it was completely original and everything. And I was like, well, why didn't they do that for the intro? And I found out it was having production problems. And then I believe it was episode 8, they actually made a proper intro for it. I'm like, oh, this intro perfectly fits the feeling of the anime and its story, because it's just kind of goofy. It's just a goofy, fun intro that I really like. And, you know, I really hope this time around they just get a perfectly good, like, go around. No problems with production or losing their time slot. I hope it could just go well. Please. Please, I'm begging you. Begging you, production company. And that's all the just basic anime. Oh wait, I have one more. For gaming fans of just farm game sims, Field of Mystria, a early access farm game that I really like. It's kind of just feels like a bit of Stardew and Story of Seasons to me, with almost at certain times feeling like it looks like old dating games. Is getting its first major update coming November 18th. There'll be some new dialogue with romantic partners, and believed like it's being upgraded a little bit. Not fully romanceable partners yet, but it's getting something. And you'll be able to upgrade your house even more with more rooms. So we're getting some stuff. And that's just like some of the stuff they've shown off. We might see some more. They already have their roadmap available that you can see. And I'm looking forward to like what's coming out for the game, because I really do like the game. It has like a pretty fun just farming loop and some pretty fun characters that I do like. So hopefully we'll be able to continue soon. I want to see what you and our friend Ivan think, because I've told him about the game. I don't know if he's shown much interest or not. I don't remember if he did or not.
He's got too many other games to
play. That's true. And now we go into my segment. Not a Goon Corner, but it is something. We go into VTuber news. Last week, Whole Life had another collab between all English members of, or most English members of the Whole Life English race, where they were playing in, I'm trying to remember what game. It was like just a racing game where all of them were just, you know, they're going to have a fun little tournament racing against each other, except it all went south. Essentially, the game itself had server issues the night they were going to race, so it got canceled. Some of the girls still ended up racing, like, just in time trials by themselves and, like, comparing times, but they couldn't race against each other. All this leading up to the announcement of the official Whole Life Eurobeat mix, our Eurobeat mix of, like, just Whole Life English songs. And let's see, there is a familiar VTuber on the scene named Doobie. Doobie's just a little I believe they're called Kangaroo Mouse, who lives in a train cart. This is significant because if some of you end up listening, it's a familiar voice. I won't say who. I'll be honest, I don't know whether to really say like some of this stuff, because when I was like first starting in VTuber stuff, it's like, oh yeah, no, don't talk about people's past, don't talk about like this, don't talk about like this. And now when I look at comments, there's just some people like blatantly like saying like, oh yeah, this person's this person. And like when I started, I don't think that would have flown as much. Now I think it is. It just feels a little weird to me. But if you end up listening to her, you'll know who she is. Pretty simple. And also, oddly enough, she's in Emmy award-winning VTuber. She's actually won an Emmy award for her work on an episode of a TV series. I don't know what TV series, but it's just a weird fact that we have out there. Let's see, here it is. Where is the name? I have a hard time reading this. Yuki Sakuna, a new VTuber who popped on the scene and has the third highest view count of any VTuber at her debut, with 383,139 viewers. And she is a indie. The only two people above her in concurrent viewers are Kiryu Coco at number 2 for her graduation stream, 491,342 viewers, and Minata Aqua, 749,854 viewers for her graduation stream. Both Hololive members. And if you listen to Yuki Sakuna, she also sounds very familiar to someone that if you listen close, she sounds almost identical to someone that recently left. And that's all I'll say about that, because I still don't know whether I should just say these things or not, because it feels a little bit weird to me considering how it was when I first started watching VTubers. I'll figure that out eventually. And the only other news is y'all are animals. Y'all are just animals, Hololive fans.
Oh, okay. I know what this is.
So, I believe we talked about it on the last episode. Maybe, I believe we did, right?
We did.
Hololive had a collaboration with Round One, a popular arcade chain in Japan and here in the US. We decided, well, here's the thing. Here in the US, I believe, I don't know if it affected Japan, it was broken up into 3 days, with the towels coming up first, then the keychains with the drinks. I don't remember if it came with the drinks or not. I'm going to say with the drinks, and then the plushies. Everything sold out almost in a day. So the towels, I never heard them selling out, but I'm gonna believe they did. Honestly, some of y'all are monsters. The drinks sold out immediately. Like, people went either later that night to Round Ones, and all the drinks were sold out because the coasters that came with the drinks were gone. And there's not exactly much of a point of just selling just the drink, because the drinks weren't nothing too crazy. Most people went for the coaster. And they were all gone. Just all of them. Y'all took all the coasters. Not a single one left when I got there. Y'all are animals. And the last one being the plushies, which were the last thing to show up, and there was 3 types. Small little head ones with the characters. Lily ended up getting one of Fuwawa. It's very cute. I don't like those ones because usually if the plushie just falls slightly outside of range, it's impossible to get. There were medium-sized ones, about maybe a foot long, of every girl in the collaboration, which was, oh my god, I'm going to see if I can remember off the top of my head. Fubuki, Ina, Gaogura, Fuwawa and Mokoko Bisgard, Iris and Okayu. There are medium plushies of them. Those ones were not gone immediately, and I will get to that in a second. And the last one being, I want to say 3 to 4 foot plushies of all of them, like kind of just laying down. Yeah, those sold out. Y'all just did not give up in those claw machines and just took them. Luckily, me and Lily were able to get Fuwawa and Mokoko one that, well, technically I got both of them, didn't I?
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought you got one. I got one of each.
Okay, I'll say this. If I used all of my tokens on one plushie, I would have gotten one plushie. Because those motherfuckers are, like, hard capped.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you had to spend at least 120 credits before the claw started grabbing.
Yeah. And it was, like, at least at ours, I can't say for all round ones. I remember Ivan telling me that, like, management and, like, how they operate between round ones is, like, pretty different here, at least in, like, our neck of the woods. It was pretty clear, though, with ours. It was, like...
No.
It would not grab on, and then all of a sudden, it grabbed on with the strength of Thor. Like, it was like a vice grip. So, it wasn't just...
Speaking of vice grip.
Is that the Red Bull I bought you?
No, I drunk that shit already.
So...
That shit's gone.
So, it's not just you're picking up the plushie, you're dragging it to the hole, and it falls in. Or, it's not like those ones where it's like, oh, it's on Velcro, and you have to push it in on, like, a side to get it, like, perfectly, like, to fall in. It's, here's a giant ball plushie. Pick it up, put it in the hole, someone has to come over and grab it for you, which I think is the worst way to do it for a collab item. I don't know, maybe like, there's some sort of reason behind it that I just don't get because I'm an arcade owner, but it's like everyone was waiting for, like, just a worker to come over and open up the cases. Like, it was a constant, like, someone be like, it was like the SpongeBob movie where they're like, oh, waiter, more please. It was like that.
I feel like the other reason why they did it that way is because a lot of the other ways would, one, it requires too much skill. One, like, requires skill, whereas that just required, no, you just needed to put enough money before it actually started putting in effort. A lot of their other games, it required more, like, skill, like the one where you have to, like, break the tabs or, like, push a box or stuff like that. Those will pay out a lot sooner and quicker than one that will be like, oh, here's just a ball, and then when you give us enough money, it'll actually grab it.
Here's the thing, I don't like it too much, but I'm okay with it compared to the medium plushies. Now, the medium plushies were very confusing. Because I looked at the machine and I thought it was a simple, like, pickup machine. You pick it up It goes to the hole, it falls in. At least that's what it looked like online. It was not that in person. Because the manager had to come out and tell someone how it worked. And it's very odd. You know, some viewer is going to be hearing this. It'd be like, they're going to be the biggest claw machine fan. They're like, oh, I love those machines. I don't. So think of the one where it picks up and takes it to the hole. But it doesn't do that. It instead grabs the plushie, throws it into a corner, and then it proceeds to then go through the hole. What it wants you to do is make a tower of the plushies, and once the tower is big enough, it then gets a strong grip and then drops it in the hole. That is how the manager actually explained it. And I thought his explanation was, we're beta testing it. It's really popular in Japan right now. And my immediately thought was, wow, that's cool. They're doing experimental stuff. Don't do it for the collab. Don't do it for the collab where all of those plushies are very limited time items while supplies last. Because there's going to be people who want to get them, but they will not understand the machine and not be able to get them.
Well, that's not the intent.
I know that's not the intent, but it's a unintended result. That's the problem.
I'll say this. They made money.
They made money.
They made money. I saw a guy I saw several guys
with every single one.
With every single
7 different plushies,
including the tiny ones. Bags filled with them. And I see those and I'm like, each and every one of those plushies was like $60 or $70. Plus the mini ones, unless they were like really skillful and got them like their second or third try, still like fucking like 10, 15.
Oh yeah. It was a very
motherfuckers left that round 1 spending $1,000.
Oh heavily. Yeah. This is VTuber fans, man. I tell you, some of y'all are insane. Some of y'all are crazy. I get where you're coming from, but damn, y'all must have really good jobs.
Let me check actually.
What do you need to check?
Let me check actually. Hold on.
I wonder what Lily's looking up.
Okay, I was right. I was like, is someone selling the round 1 VTuber coasters?
Oh god.
And yeah, they are.
Oh god, how much? Let's hear it.
If this is the correct one, this is the correct one. $98.
I hate the internet. I hate the internet.
For Gargoyles.
A $10 coaster that you would get with a drink. $99.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Fubuki $99. Nekomata $99. I think those are the only ones that are selling. I think everyone else sold out already.
Look, this is a message to every VTuber fan out there.
Crazy.
This is a message.
A $10.
This is a message to you and your lawn chair, who, like, that's your Kamaoshi. Don't do it. Your Oshi is not going to cry that you did not get their coaster. Do not spend $99 on a coaster. Please. It's not worth the $99.
That's... Oof.
Just don't. Please. But, unfortunately, I know there will be like several fans who do buy that. That is the worst part. But other than that, that is all the news I have. This episode has gone on for a bit. Definitely.
Yeah, we talked. Yeah.
I have like a few more things, but I think I'll just save it for next time because it's not going anywhere. It's just stuff I've read and like watched while I was sick.
Yeah. I have like 2 more things I watched and read. I can just say that till next time because I got more to watch and read.
Yeah. But you know what?
I gotta read like actual manga. I gotta stop reading like
Your Gooner manga.
yeah, we smut.
But
I gotta stop reading yeah, we smut. Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna be back with new episodes, and if I could ever figure out actual videos, soon, hopefully, and we're gonna try to get back on schedule. And that's everything for this anime club meeting, basically.
Yeah, that's everything for this anime club.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.